in the fact that being an artist makes you different, just like being a tradesman gives you rough hands, you know, like if there is a byproduct to what we do, and it changes our mind. And the more I exist in dance and around artists, the more I go back home and realize, oh, I'm this is changing me, and it's changing my outlook, because my creative brain is in practice all of the time. And
Mm.
you know, other things that are really, really commonly practiced in the real world aren't being so practiced, you know. So it's really interesting to feel the maturity as I grow and as I become aware of yeah, what it is really, really is to be and to live and as an artist, and how that
Mm.
changes your interpretation of general reality, even going to the shops, interacting with strangers, you know,
Mm.
seeing something that captivates you. It's all a different set of things. The more and more I've been doing dance for 8 years, I've been a professional.
Mm.
From my training, that's like 11 years, 12 years I've been here in London as a freelancer just doing dance. And to think that that doesn't have an aberrant effect on you in relation to the general population, you know, would be
Mm.
short-sighted. So it's an interesting journey.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Even just practically speaking, like I often think about that when in rehearsal or on stage. It's kind of a bizarre situation, you know. And in no other job does someone go like, "Hey, you should come to my workplace and watch me work."
I know.
And then tell me what you thought of my work afterwards. You know, there's no,
Clap,
yeah,
clap.
nobody's going to, you know, their friend's accountancy office and going like, wow, dude, the way you did those accounts, I don't know anything about accountancy, but you were doing it well.
At that point, you know, they turn around and they just give you a big bow. Thank you so much. Thank you. Prayer hands, prayer hands, prayer hands.
Thanks.
Thank
Prayer hands, prayer hands, fire emoji, fire
you.
emoji.
One on the chest. This is for
Uh,
you. Yeah, no, it's so funny. It's so funny, actually. I talked a lot about my with my peers and with young dancers about that, and about the kind of the changing effect that having applause and doing something that's so self-practiced and delving into the self so often to find a place to do some movement or to inhabit a character. And really, there's a lot of narcissistic practice within what we do. And I think if you don't in your own life have something outward that is you serving and purely just being, I
mm,
think dance can really it's not gonna, you know, completely mess you up. It's not like, you know, really, really bad. But I think I meet some people in the dance world, you see that they're just a little bit lost in their own performance, and their own everything that they're experiencing is going through this kind of like filter of the self, rather than going, actually, let me drop what I'm experiencing and focus on you. It's just not something that we practice, you know, in the same way that, let's say, one of the superheroes on the front line of the NHS would be practicing every day, serving somebody, or somebody who's working in an industry that is really caring and supporting the community and the world around us. Of course, we offer a service, but it comes from this place of self. So I always try and, yeah, keep my mind on something that is outward from me, because to be balanced as an artist, I think is to be prepared to do anything, to do not just dance, but to take what is inside somebody's head and actualize it in the real world, which is really what I see more as my job description than, you know, a formally trained dancer who's walking on to give you a set of moves or a set of improvisations or choreography. You know,
mm,
it's more that there is an idea that I can see in a director or a choreographer's head, that we just want to make that real. And actually learning that dance is a smaller part than often the dancer thinks it is, in terms of the lighting, either film or the audience, the
mm.
proscenium arch, you know, all of these different things, the costume, they play a massive role in bringing this dish together, and dance is one of the ingredients.